So can I ask Danny Wegman of Wegmans, Grant Reed, CEO of Mars, Jean-Francois Van Boxmeer, the CEO of Heineken, to take a seat on the stage here. Thank you, Danny.
Thank you, Peter. Mi nombre es Walter Pacheco, soy ingeniero industrial. A lo largo de mi vida siempre ha estado presente la sal. Entré al negocio con mi padre, posteriormente me independicé, quise emprender y junto a mi familia, mi señora, mi hija, iniciamos este negocio. Nos definimos como familia y nuestras funciones muy específicamente y nos dedicamos a productos de mayor valor. Nuestro negocio se basa en la elaboración de productos de grado alimenticio y también de productos que son bajos en sodio. Nosotros supimos en su inicio de GFSI a través de Walmart, ya que era requisito en su programa de marcas propias en los cuales nosotros queríamos estar presentes, queríamos incorporar nuestros productos. Mi experiencia con el programa de mercados globales fue en primera instancia el tomar conciencia de la importancia de estos sistemas y el beneficio que nos conlleva tener o seguir un programa de este tipo. Bueno, el nivel 1 básicamente fue, como decía anteriormente, cambiando nuestra cultura, en lo básico aplicar las buenas prácticas, aplicar los temas de contaminaciones cruzadas, registro, todo el sistema que involucraba hazard como trazabilidad, las locaciones, el cambio de maquinaria, diseñadas para un producto alimenticio. La etapa 2, ya consolidado este sistema hazard, fue la certificación de este sistema hazard y que nos dejaba en un pie muy cercano a ya tener o poder certificar IFS. Nuestra empresa responde a estos requisitos de GFSI a través de la implementación de hazard e IFS. Y además tenemos nuestro programa de Food Defense que nos complementa a controlar todo tipo de riesgos. GFSI nos ayudó a cumplir un gran sueño, que era llegar a mercados más exigentes y a los 5 continentes, que eso era algo impensable para nosotros años atrás. ¿Qué otros beneficios nos ha dado? Que nuestros procesos sean bastante más económicos porque están racionalizados y eso nos conlleva a costos inferiores. Nos ha permitido también dar seguridad a nuestros clientes. Por tanto, hemos creado confianza, hemos creado una cadena de valor y nos ha dado la tranquilidad de generar productos inocuos. Asistir y exponer en eventos de GFSI, Latam Sur, nos ha permitido generar redes de clientes y nos ha permitido también enriquecernos en temas de sistemas de aseguramiento de calidad. Bueno, mi expectativa futura es ver otras experiencias en nuestro rubro, que es el rubro de la sal, innovaciones y futuros requerimientos a nivel mundial.
Well, that's an outstanding example of how GFSI works. It's a small company like that, and the path that they took to food safety is pretty outstanding. I'm Danny Wegman, and I'm the kind of liaison between the GFSI and the Consumer Goods Forum Board, and because I believe in food safety and how important it is. And now food safety may not be the most exciting topic that we talk about, but it's extremely important to all of us. Now, how does GFSI work? It's the concept of it's audited once so that we know that the company is safe and accepted by the rest of us. And it's a really collaborative, cooperative system. And it does improve safety. Oh. Yes, President Trump? No, I can't help you with the budget now. I'm working on food safety, and there is nothing more important. Normally, he just tweets.
Very good.
Anyway, where were we? Now, the mission of GFSI is continuous improvement in food safety management around the world. And I think that one of the first questions I thought you might want to know is, who pays for this? And frankly, the Consumer Goods Forum pays for the employees to make this happen at GFSI. And the folks who are on the board volunteer. But that's how it works. The other thing that's happening is food safety is becoming so popular that when you put on a conference in regards to food safety, people come because they all understand that it's something that we really have to do a good job at. Now, we have 3 priorities this year. One is harmonization, second is capability building, and the third is a public-private partnership. Now, harmonization is a pretty fancy word, and it really means that our food safety systems work around the world. That's what harmonization means. And to make this happen, we really need a common understanding of good food safety practices so that we're all on the same page. And what GFSI does is it kind of compares food safety systems and makes sure that they really operate in a standard format so that they all work. That's kind of what happens. And the reason for this is we actually have 9 program owners, folks who implement these help with these standards and make sure that they take place and audit us. And there are 9 of these owners, so they have to be coordinated. And what this really does is it kind of serves as a passport so that safe food can travel around the world in a simplified manner, and we all trust it. And this continually gets updated. Now, capacity building is really, just as we saw on the film, a way of getting smaller suppliers to be able to play in the game. And they don't necessarily begin with the whole gamut, but they may start with a piece of the program that good agricultural practices or something like this, or manufacturing practices, and then they add on HACCP, and eventually they get the whole thing. So it's a gradual approach, and it just allows a small supplier or a large supplier to gain expertise as they go along. And so we start simply and add more expertise. That's what capacity building is. One of the real indications that this is working is the public-private partnerships. And as you all know, governments have a problem with budgets. We all have problems with budgets. And what is happening is GFSI is doing such an outstanding job that governments recognize this and they say, why are we spending money when this already is happening extremely well within the private sector? And that's what's happening. It's amazing. GFSI is leading a dialogue between governments, regulators, and the private sector, and it's really paying off handsomely. And right now, GFSI has agreements with Canada, China, Netherlands, and Mexico. And hopefully someday we get FSMA in the US. We're working on that, and that'll happen next. An indication of what's going on is last year in Berlin, we had a meeting, and there were 18 governments represented in the meeting. This year in Houston, same meeting, but there were 30 governments in attendance. So governments are really understanding that we're doing a good job and that they can rely on us. So as a result, we're actually going to be adding 3 people to the GFSI this year, so that we actually, the volunteers maybe do a little less and the professionals do a little more. But that's so important because the governments are counting on us. So we have to do a great job, and we want to make sure that we're doing that. Now, how can you get involved? Well, there are many ways. First of all, when you want your suppliers to be GFSI recognized. You want them to be using this process, and you can encourage them to do it, and they'll get started. As I said, can get started small and get bigger as they go along. And so I think that's the most important thing, and it's happening around the world. So you should be able to find suppliers wherever they are around the world, and GFSI is supporting these kind of efforts. And there are many partners, many folks working together, whether it's manufacturers, retailers, food service, these certification holders, governments, and the academia. So it's a whole ecosystem going on around food safety, and it's working very well. And it was interesting in the film there, that gentleman talked about food safety culture. That was one of the first things he said. And that's really true of Wegmans. And certainly this is extremely important to me and my daughters now who are running our business. It is what we do. It's important to our top management. It's the way we think. When we add a new process, we make sure that we've got food safety built in. And this took place a number of years ago. We got a wonderful lady to help lead this effort for us, and she's not available, but she just does an outstanding job. And you need food safety representation in every facility, whether it's a store or a factory, whatever. This is what you need to do. It has to be all part of your culture. In short, it just has to be extremely important to you. That's the way it goes. Now, why is this going so well? Why is it so popular? Well, first of all, food safety is non-competitive. Everyone helps each other raise the bar. It extends around the globe. It benefits large and small companies. And we do it so well that the governments want our help. Safe food for people everywhere. In today's world, when every front page has a new disaster, I think this is pretty cool. Thank you very much. Thank you, John.
Thank you, Denny.